Our big guest this week is one of our favorite local pro football players. From Sioux Falls, Washington to the University of Nebraska, and now going into his 4th year with the Philadelphia Eagles, Nate Gerry has a big year coming up in the NFL. We sat him down at his home at Lake Madison. All right, Nathan. Nate or Nathan? Which one are you going by these days?
Nate. I guess White Snake.
White Snake, definitely. Which came from where?
Nebraska.
Speaking of the Huskers, let's start with that, I guess. Any hope for your Huskers?
I got high hopes, yeah. I got a lot of faith in Scott Frost and Bill. I thought that was probably the best decision we've made in the past 3-4 years.
Another year or two for him to get it going?
Yeah, I think he still has got to get his people in there, figure out, what they want to all do and whatnot.
All right, my man. How long you been living lake life here at Lake Madison? Last couple of months with all that's been going on?
Yeah, past for sure since winter. After my surgery, I finished the last 5-6 weeks of surgery out here. So I could come home, spend some time with family, and then now coronavirus kind of got me stuck out here for a while, but it's not too bad. Not a bad place to quarantine.
All right, you had surgery in January for what? I mean, you played hurt, you said, for at least the last year or so?
Yeah. So I think it was a year and a half ago during the OTA season, which would be this time of the year. I kind of found out that I had a couple tears. I had some tears in my groin, and I had tears in my lower abdomen that attached to my pelvic bone. So finally got surgery on it about a year and a half later. Tried doing the rehab solution for a good half of the year. It's one of those surgeries that is a 50-50 deal where, some people come back from it, some people really don't. So my trainers kind of pushed towards the rehab for a while, see if that would help at all. And then after, half a year, didn't really cure the solution, so I decided to do the surgery route.
I've seen indications of maybe being able to get back to Philly in late June or sometime. And have you had any indication of when maybe you can get back with the team, actually get together physically in Philadelphia?
Yeah, so according to Coach Peterson, he talked and he mentioned that, the governor and whatnot, they changed. The Pennsylvania went from a red state to a yellow state. Okay. So there's still an option that we might have a veteran mini camp, which usually is, 2.5, 3 days where we'll go back and, have 3 days worth of practice and meetings and being able to, like you said, get together and, hang out and do what we got to do. But still up in the air right now if we're going to do it or whatnot. But as of now, I think we're just going to be reporting at the end of July. As us players and coaches, we're working for that. We're going to have a season. We got to be ready for it. Obviously there's probably going to be some accommodations, what's going to happen, whatnot. But, that's out of our hands. We just got to be ready when it comes.
All right, talk about the Eagles as a team last year. Finished 9-7. Win those last 4 games of the regular season to get to the playoffs, but then lose to Seattle in that first playoff game. What was it like last year for the Eagles?
It was a long, bumpy road for us. We had a lot of injuries. We had a lot of different pieces that had to get moved around. Including myself. No one really was able to set in stone on one position last year. We had to maneuver a lot of guys. We had to use a lot of different packages to be able to make it through games, offensively and defensively, special teams. It was tough, but one thing about the years that I've been in Philadelphia is that it's just something that we embrace from the city is that just keep fighting, keep in the end. As long as we give ourselves a chance, that's all we need.
You yourself, second on the team in tackles last year. Had a couple interceptions, tied for the team lead in interceptions. I mean, those numbers pop out, don't they, for coaches? Do stats mean anything? But you had a good individual season, didn't you?
I thought I did all right. Obviously, at the start of the year, didn't play as much defensively. We had some veteran linebackers. Ended up letting one of them go. And then, I think, which was nice for some of us young guys, that, we kind of felt that comfortability that the coaches and, the owners and whatnot believed in us. So it helped us a lot. But, stats, I don't know if that all matters really much. Couldn't tell you. I think just production-wise, individually, it makes you feel a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it's a team sport. As long as we win, get to the playoffs, give ourselves a chance.
All right, 4th year, man. You're already past, I think, or close to the average career in the NFL. Does that Strike you as odd that, most guys are around for 3 years and then they're gone, but you're going into your 4th year. That's a big deal.
It's gone by quick. It definitely has. I never really thought about the whole NFL minimum player thing. I've always taken each year by year, just do what I can to keep my body going, that I can play the game of football longer and longer. But like you said, year 4, can't believe it's already here, and just hoping to keep on stacking them up. That's about it.
Last year, 4th year of your original contract when you came into the league. What does that mean? Anything for you? What happens after this season? Do you look to get a multi-year contract? Do you have a 1-year deal with the Eagles? What do you hope going forward after this year?
Yeah, so this would be the last year of my rookie deal. Usually rookies sign a 4-year contract, and this is my last year. So going into this year, the Eagles have the opportunity to, either talk contracts during season, training camp, whatnot. If they want to extend it, if they want to re-sign me or whatnot, and then also if they don't, then after the end of the year, go into free agency, and then they still have the option if they want to match offers or see what other teams are doing. And I also, if I had the ability to go in free agency, I'd also see around the league what other teams are offering and things like that. So you just never know. It's going to be a long year. That stuff's kind of not really my utmost thing at the top of my head. Is kind of trying to keep it in the back of my head. We just got to, like I said, football, we got a big season ahead of us. We got a long year, especially with what's going on right now. It's kind of the last of my worries.
And you kind of touched on it a little bit, but goal number 1, stay healthy. Get to the season for one thing, and then see what happens from there. And what about the Eagles this year to get past 9 wins, get further into the playoffs? What needs to happen?
Just got to play really good team football. And I think that's one thing that ever since I've been in Philadelphia, we've done well is, we've put all 3 phases of the game together. Like I said, giving ourselves a chance in the end of the year. But I think especially after last year, we got to stay injury free. That was kind of one of our X factors last year. We had a lot of moving pieces. We had to move a lot of stuff around. So it was a difficult year for us, but we gave ourselves a chance to keep fighting, and that's all you can ask for.
All right, looking forward to seeing it, buddy. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you.